wanted to give you a really quick August garden tour because I think we're going to get some thunderstorms here shortly, but I thought we might have enough time to get a garden tour in. There's a lot of things that are looking good and a lot of stuff that's not looking so good. But we're going to show it all, the good, the bad, and the ugly. So let's go. So we might as well start up here on the porch. We got sweet Callie laying in the sunshine. But my baskets are doing great. I think that fertilizing them every week with the Miracle Grow is doing really wonders for them. So they're looking good. And look at the wisteria. The wisteria is doing so great and a little too good at times because these little top pieces keep growing and reaching out, and they keep wrapping themselves around the lights and posts. So they are really prolific growers, which is great. So I'm not complaining about that. And turning around, my houseplants are doing really well. They are just enjoying their life being out here on the porch. So it's definitely been a great growing season for them. And around here on the side of the porch, my little cupcake buddleia is doing good. I probably need to water it more over here because it does not get a lot of rain when it rains because of the overhang above the porch there. So I probably should water that a little bit more, but it is going to be a little stunted, you know, compared to its buddy over here that's doing fantastic this year, just because I pulled it out and, you know, shocked it a little bit, but it's doing good. My rose is doing good. Echinacea's looking good. Echinacea's actually looking a little bit tired, so I might actually shear that back to try to encourage some new blooms. The bee balm has put on a little more growth, but not really more, you know, more blooms. So we'll have to see if we get more blooms. Beautiful lily here. It's almost at the end. There's only a couple more blooms left. But oh, it's such a pretty one. So pretty. So this all in here is not looking so hot. I cut back a lot of the daylilies, and the iris are starting to look a little sad. And my heliopsis, there was only a couple of stems of it that grew this year, but it's laying over. So this area is looking kind of sad. Everything's looking a little tired. So I'm kind of thinking about clearing this all out and maybe moving some plants over on the side. So we'll see. Over here on the other side of the stairs, same thing. The iris here are doing a little bit better because they're more shaded. But down in the front here, my solar eclipse heuchera is getting munched by something, so I probably need to treat that with some spray to keep that from getting munched. And I've got some creeping Jenny down the front. Cut back the spiderwort, have a little bit of a mum growing there. Some more spiderwort that I cut back. My hostas are all looking good. Ferns are fine. So this whole bed looks good. Now this one, even though it is late summer and everything's kind of looking a little sad, this bed always looks good. My annuals in the wheelbarrow are looking good. They are just getting so big and drapey. I just love this old wheelbarrow. I think it's so cute. But look at on this side because it gets a little bit more sun. Oh, it's overflowing. Looks really good. This area here, my little water slide hosta, my green hosta, that's all looking good. Sedum is coming along in the back there. This area really is too shady for the sedum and for the nepeta, but I've got to get a full sun bed put in and move these two plants out. But the ground cover is looking good, and I've got a little heuchera there, fern, hosta, and then my hydrangea is looking really nice too. So just want to, I think, pull out the nepeta and the sedum, and I think I want to make this like a heuchera bed, because over here, as I said in the last tour, these hostas aren't going as big as they were last year, and I think I need to add some amendments to the soil, and I'm going to pull out, you know, that one heuchera there, And there's a couple of smaller ones over here. So I was thinking I might like to pull these out and fertilize them and make a nice little heuchera bed over on the other side of the fountain. And then what I would do for those plants is, I think over here along the fence, I've talked about this last year, that stays sun all day long. So I think I'm going to create like a curve in the bed right there that comes around and over into there. And that is sun all day long. And I think I'm going to put some of the, more sun-loving things, like the sedum, like the nepeta, some of the iris, like just all of that kind of stuff. Maybe I'm going to even pull out the Russian sage from in the fence garden and put like a big grouping of Russian sage right there where it gets full sun all day and I never water it. So I think I might do that, because I'm going to show you in the back here, they have gotten very, very floppy over the course of this past couple weeks. And I'm like, dang, I think I need to get them in just full on sun and no water, so they just get water when it rains. So I don't know, but everything over here looks nice. The lilac is faring better this year. Last year I did have a lot of powdery mildew on it. Now I'm starting to see a little bit of powdery mildew forming here. So I've got to get out here tonight and spray this with neem oil. But overall though, I think it's looking better this year than it did last year. And I also have to pull out this Rudbeckia. This is not getting enough sun. So I'm going to pull that out and put that in more of a full sun area too. My praying hands hosta, that looks beautiful. The ground cover, the ajuga, everything looks really good. All right, so I'm going to turn around and go back around and into the fenced garden. All right, back here in the fenced garden, everything is looking really good. I'm generally pretty pleased with everything. The grass is not so great, but I've not been watering it, so that's shame on me. But look at these Jenna phlox. Oh my goodness. They have gotten huge and a little bit floppy. So I definitely need higher supports. These are the 24-inch supports from decorative supports from Gardener Supply. If you could see it down in here. They're really pretty, but I think I need to get the 3-foot ones. So I'm going to look into ordering those for next year to give them a little bit more support. I had to also prop up my Route 66, cruising Route 66 Coreopsis there. That's flopping a little bit, so I put a little support under that. But the Creeping Jenny is looking good. And over here, the Echinacea looks great, and so did the Russian Sage. But as you can see, that Russian Sage has gotten so huge, and it is starting to flop a little bit. But oh my gosh, I don't know if you can see. The pollinators on this are insane. There are so many. It's just, oh my gosh. Covered. I don't know if you can see it. But there's got to be like at least 30 pollinators in here. It's crazy. But they're loving their life. I do feel like, again, I have to shear back my Rudbeckia, or not the, my Echinacea, to promote some more fresh growth, because these blooms are starting to look a little sad. I did trim back all of the hosta blooms because they were starting to be spent and get more floppy. Look at that poor Russian sage. That's definitely very floppy. So I think I am going to move these Russian sage outside the fence to the corner of the fence there, and where they get full sun all day, and they also won't get much water. So, but the hibiscus are looking good. Got a little spent bloom here I'll take off. But like, even after you have the spent blooms, like, this is such a cool thing. But look at new bud, new bud. There's like tons of new buds. Beautiful. And my pots are doing good over here. And oh, look at, I'm so excited. My Medusa alliums are getting ready to blossom. Oh, that's going to be so exciting. The Veronica is starting to flush back. And then, oh my gosh, this silver mound is just going to town. It's actually coming back over the pavers. That's crazy. Oh my gosh. And that's, hibiscus is looking good too. And over here, the rudbeckia is all starting to bloom. And I love these variety right here. They just look like little fireworks, don't they? And they're just tall, and I have them put back behind the peonies, so it kind of works as a little support for the rudbeckia. But oh, they're so cute. I love them so much. My wall planter, oh, I forgot to water it, and it died back a little bit. I keep forgetting, like I'll remember to water it, and it does great, and it's huge and beautiful. Then I forget, and then, you know, all the blooms die off. So it's a constant ebb and flow. I really should put that on automatic drip, I think. But yeah, this nepeta and ajuga looks good. Coreopsis, my daisies and lilies, everything's looking really pretty. A little bit of a second bloom here on my Weigela. That's looking beautiful. Oh my gosh, Callie's on the front porch and she's very dismayed that she's being left out there by herself when I'm back here talking to someone and she's not involved. Oh dear. The creeping Jenny underneath there looks good. I do want to pop in some small hostas that are from out in the front there that are getting eclipsed by the bigger hostas. So I'm going to put those in there. But my cinnamon fern in the back looks great, and yeah. So overall, very pleased with this garden. But I do, oh my gosh, look at that grass. That's so sad. I have got to be more disciplined about coming out here and running the sprinkler in the morning and watering this poor yard. So, and it doesn't help that this is the yard that we let Callie out in, and so of course dog urine does not help your grass at all. But let's see here. Oh, my willow tree is doing gangbusters. It's looking so good. And look at these cannas. These are those cannas that I thought I killed the bulbs because I procrastinated terribly on planting them. But they are growing great. I have 2 bunches. Let's see, I'll get you a better view here. That is such a beautiful variety. I love them so much. Ah, gorgeous. Spin you around here. And then of course my baskets are looking good. They're looking really nice. And then the final thing over here, my hostas along the fence and my yellow and orange cannas. They're growing nice and putting out some beautiful flowers. So pleased with those. So pretty. Just look at those. Aren't they beautiful? Yellow. Gorgeous. So that is it, folks, for my August garden tour. So things are definitely looking a little tired, and I do have to start moving some things around and really thinking about next year. But hey, you know what? That's what gardening is. It's ever evolving, right? So, all right. The rain is going to start here in just a minute, so I'm going to head inside. Thanks for joining me for my August tour. Take care. Talk to you soon. Bye.